welcome to another episode of Joe Knows. Today I am going to discuss the truth behind agility training. And I say the truth because I feel like agility training just might be the most misunderstood aspect of training there is. And all you need to do is look no further than your Instagram feed or go to YouTube, type in the term agility training and watch what pops up. Basically, there are two recognized methods that have just become the gold standard for improving agility. And they are good old-fashioned speed ladder drills and various cone drills. And the cone drills are comical. I'm sure you guys have seen them. They are somewhat entertaining. You'll have an athlete or a coach with a bunch of cones lined up, and they start doing some salsa dance looking moves around them and figure eights and all kinds of crazy crap that has absolutely no transfer to the field whatsoever. And I know this because I have come across more athletes than I could name that have amazing ladder drill times and are really good at dancing around a bunch of cones, but they suck on the athletic field. They basically have no on-field agility. And why is that? Because they are two completely different things. The ladder drills and the cone drills are basically predetermined movement patterns. They're patterns that you can learn. They're the same each week. You could just practice those same moves until you get good at them. The athletic field, nothing could be further or different from ladder drills and cone drills. When you're on the athletic field, the environment is random, it's chaotic. You have to react to visual stimulus or react to other bodies, other people. That is a completely different animal than learning a predetermined pattern. And that's why there is no transfer whatsoever. If you want to perform drills to help potentially improve your on-field agility, you need to be a little smarter and a little more creative with your training. And that's what I want to share with you guys. The drills that we use, we make sure we choose drills where the athlete has to react to a visual stimulus. And I'll give you the most basic example, but it's a great example. The good old-fashioned game of tag. And I even have my NFL athletes play tag a lot during the summer. And you might laugh, but think about it. When you play tag, you have to react to another person. And we come up with different variations. We have them starting in different positions, from a seated position, a push-up position, a kneeling position. Get creative with it. There's many different variations, but it works great. It's fun, it's competitive, and we're getting the desired training effect. And then if we want to kind of step it up a notch and get even a little more creative and maybe make the drill even a little more specific to what happens on the athletic field, kind of bridge that gap even more, we could get more specific depending on the athlete's sport and their position. So for an example, last year we had our running backs perform a drill where they had to react on 3 separate occasions. We would start the drill by throwing a football at them. They would react, catch the football. As soon as they caught the football, we would throw a stability ball at them, and they had to kind of dodge the stability ball. And then one of our other athletes would run at them, and they would have to juke that athlete and finish the sprint. So you have 3 reactions within one drill. And then for our linebackers, just to give you an example of how we would tweak that, we would start the linebackers by throwing the stability ball at them, which is like them kind of brushing off a defender, then throw a football at them, which mimicked an interception. And then when they were sprinting, we would have one of our training partners run at him and he would juke him to finish the sprint. So you have take on a defender, intercept, run for a touchdown. Those 3 reactions. And it's kind of funny because one of the linebackers we had training with us last year made a big play in the preseason where he intercepted a pass and I think he returned to 80 or 90 yards. But the actions on the field mimicked that drill pretty closely. And I think we have footage of that so you guys could see that type of carryover. And there's no guarantee, again, these type of drills are going to carry over, but they have a much better potential as opposed to ladder drills and cone drills. Now, in order to get the most out of these agility drills, athletes need the necessary strength to absorb and accumulate force and overcome inertia. And more specifically, they need eccentric strength, which will help them decelerate and absorb the force. And then isometric strength will help them overcome their body weight and redirect. So how do we develop those two different types of strength in the weight room? There are many different ways. I'll just give you guys two examples, two of my favorite exercises. We love Bulgarian split squat variations. I like training unilaterally, especially when we're trying to improve agility, because obviously in most sports, athletes are planting and cutting off of one leg. So you want to address each limb individually in the weight room to help overcome any imbalances that they may have. But two simple exercises that we love. Number one, an eccentric Bulgarian split squat. You could do these holding dumbbells or with a barbell. Basically, Bulgarian split squat, where we'll have our athletes lower themselves in 5 to 6 reps and then explode up as quickly as possible. That's one of our favorite eccentric exercises. Also, we love isometric Bulgarian split squats, where again, you could hold dumbbells or put a barbell on your back. We have our athletes lower themselves and they either pause for a specific amount of time, or sometimes we'll have them go on a verbal cue where they will go down, pause, and they'll have to wait for a specific verbal command before they perform the repetition. That's just another way to add some variety, increase cognitive function, kind of decision making during the course of a workout, and it works great. So those are two of our favorites. Hopefully this clears up how we improve agility here at DeFranco's, both on the athletic field and in the weight room. Hopefully it cleared up the confusion in general on a very misunderstood topic. So if you found this informative, if you liked the video, I appreciate you giving it a thumbs up, and make sure you subscribe because I got a lot more coming at you. Talk to you soon.